Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
The Premier League is about to begin, and that will start tomorrow. The first game of the Premier League will kick off. Fulham will take on Arsenal. Yesterday I brought you a story about looking at 6 Ghanaian players you should pay attention to when you're watching the Premier League this season. And unfortunately for Ghanaian player Rahman, I talked about him. But after Chelsea released their final squad, a 26-man squad for the season with their squad numbers, Rahman's name was nowhere to be found. Does that mean he is not part of the Blues' future? Does that mean Rahman is not going to be with Chelsea next season? Is he going on loan again? We'll answer all those questions today. Also, former Arsenal player Kevin Campbell has said that he wants the Gunners to sell Lacazette if that will mean them getting Thomas Partey. He believes Partey is integral to Arsenal's progress this season, and he hopes that the Gunners don't make the mistake of losing out on the Ghanaian. He explains, and we look at what he has to say. We're also going to talk about Kwadwo Asamoah's situation with Inter Milan. Like Kingston has suggested that the Ghanaian return to the Ghana Premier League to play his football. He's been out of favor from the Inter Milan squad for a while now, and that is the suggestion coming in from Like Kingston. As usual, subscribe if you haven't, click on the notification bell, join our fantasy football league. The link is in the description, and I have given you the code as well here, as you can see on your screen. So I just jump right into it. We'll talk about Rahman, the Ghanaian who has suffered really much this season. Rahman has been a subject of transfer talk for Chelsea in recent times. Many people have said that he has to leave the club, and it came as a surprise to a lot of people when Chelsea offered him an additional 1-year contract. That was last season in September. He was then loaned out again. Many fans were calling for the Blues to let him go and, in quotes, take him out of his misery. Rahman stuck with the Blues, and now he has not been included in the final 26-man squad that are representing Chelsea this season. After they let Michy Batshuayi join Crystal Palace on loan for a second stint on loan with them, the Blues have not named the Ghanaian in their squad. Further inquiries into the matter have not been quite clear, but it looks more and more likely that Rahman will not be part of Chelsea's squad going forward. He has struggled. Injuries have not helped him. When he was bought by Chelsea, he was loaned out to Schalke, has been to the French league, did well with the French league, well enough for him to be named in AFCON 2019. Impressed at the AFCON on the left flank for Ghana and was involved with 2 assists. It was a great tournament for him, but he went to RCD Mallorca on loan from Chelsea once again, and things didn't go as planned for him over there. He played a couple of games before suffering another injury, which kept him out of the squad for a lengthy spell. He has struggled to stay fit for long enough to have an impact in the team, and maybe his fitness should be his #1 priority right now. For the season coming up, he is not in Chelsea's 26-man squad. As to whether an amendment will be made to include him in it, I do not know yet, but right now it looks more and more likely that Frank Lampard has deemed the Ghanaian surplus to requirements, unless we hear something better on that front. Other than that, it's safe to say Rahman has to really work on his fitness and also work on a way to get back into this Chelsea squad if there's still an opportunity for him at Chelsea, that is. So Rahman, where do you think he should go next? What is the next stop for the Ghanaian? He has been to France, impressed in the French league. Should he move back there? In RCD Mallorca, he could not stay fit enough to play long enough for us to assess him well. I think his main focus now should be his fitness and getting back in tip-top shape. It's been hard for the Ghanaian, who showed so much promise when he burst onto the scene. Played in AFCON 2015, and that is when I took notice of him for the very first time. I was really impressed about his abilities. But now in 2020, we are talking about him not being included in Chelsea's 26-man squad for the season and possibly going out on loan again. Where should Baba Rahman go to next? Your thoughts in the comments box. So to my next story, it has to do with Ghanaian player, also Joseph Paintsil. He has completed a move from Genk into Angarakuku in Turkey. He made that switch yesterday and he announced it on his official Twitter handle. We wish him the very best on his next adventure in Turkey. So many Ghanaian players all in Turkey, with Besiktas recently buying the services of Kayserispor striker Bernard Mensah, and it has been great for them. Hopefully he flourishes and gets enough playing time with Genk. The issue with Ghanaian players abroad is that they hardly get enough playing time. We hope that changes for him. At Genk, he wasn't playing as frequently, not even in the Champions League. He wasn't frequent enough for my liking. We hope he gets more time with Angarakuku on the pitch. My next story has to do with Kwadwo Asamoah. Now, Kwadwo Asamoah has been struggling for playing time with his club side Inter Milan. And an advice has come from a former player. His name is Kingston. Now, Kingston believes that Kwadwo Asamoah should leave. Yes, he should leave the side that is Inter Milan. And yeah, listen carefully, return to the Ghana Premier League. Let's hear exactly what he said. Now, Kingston said, why not? He could consider returning to the GPL. It's always good to come home for people to have a feel of you, because he has achieved everything, whatever he wanted to achieve in Europe. Coming home to play in the Ghana Premier League is not going to be a problem at all. But first of all, he would need a coach that will understand him because of his European mentality and all that. Some of us, we tried it and it did not work because of the mentality and all the experiences we acquired throughout our career in Europe, because European clubs or coaches see things differently from how African or Ghanaian coaches see things. So when he comes down, I think it will be the best for all, judging by the experiences that he has acquired in his career. And he will also boost the league. People will be happy to see him or go to the stadium to watch him play. I urge all Ghanaian players playing in Europe to come back here and play in the league at the end of their careers, so that the league will be very nice. That will also motivate some of the up and coming players. But the most important thing is that they need coaches that will understand them, like how European coaches understand players. In a season which has been blighted by injuries, consequently loss of form, Asamoah made only 8 appearances for Inter Milan in this 2019-2020 Serie A campaign. The last of his outings coming in a 0-0 draw against AS Roma last December. He joined them in 2018 and has since then not been able to secure a place in that squad. So what do you think about this advice coming from Kingston? Kingston says that the Ghanaian should return to the Ghana Premier League. What do you think about that? Your thoughts? Drop them in the comments box. My final story has to do with the most talked about transfer of this window. That's Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey to Arsenal. A former Arsenal player, Kevin Campbell, has given his thoughts on the situation. He says the Gunners should do whatever it takes, even if it means selling Alexandre Lacazette, to secure the services of the Ghanaian, who he believes will be an extremely important acquisition in this transfer window. He says Partey is of great value and he feels Arsenal should do everything they can to sign the Ghanaian. He says a player like Thomas Partey stops things from getting to the back four. He is that screen that sits there like Patrick Vieira and Gilberto Silva, where someone who protects the back four so they don't even need to break a sweat. They haven't had that kind of player since Gilberto, who was such an unsung hero. That type of player Arsenal have missed. I believe that getting Thomas Partey is the priority, and I think that they will get the business done in the end. But I'm sure they have to get a couple of bodies out of the club before they can bring him in. Now, Campbell believes that Lacazette could be the man to make way, with Atletico keen to bring the French international into the Wanda Metropolitano. Now, the former Gunners added on a player that he would like to see stick around, but one that could be deemed disposable. I don't like to admit this, but if it is the only way to bring in Thomas Partey, I can see Arsenal parting with Lacazette. I don't want him to leave because I think he gives Arsenal something totally different. He's very good at holding up the ball and gives Aubameyang time to get his runs on inside and score more goals. Don't forget, Aubameyang scored more goals. That's 20 with Lacazette in the side. I don't think Aubameyang is that good with his good step back. He's a better runner towards goal, so it might lessen the threat of the team. So ideally, I would like to keep Lacazette and get Partey as well. But if it comes down to it, if that's the only way they are going to get Thomas Partey, he says that the Gunners should take up that chance and sign the Ghanaian and let the Frenchman go the other way. What do you think about that? Arsenal fans, do you think Alexandre Lacazette is disposable? Should he leave the club and bring in Thomas Partey? Is Partey that important for the Gunners, as Campbell is saying here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on this issue. So that has been it for today. Kevin Campbell says Thomas Partey is top priority. Joseph Paintsil has joined Angara Kuku for the upcoming season. So Rahman looks like he is not part of Chelsea coach Frank Lampard's plans. He has not been included in the 26-man squad that was named yesterday. And finally, Kingston has advised Inter Milan want-away player midfielder Asamoah to return to the Premier League. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything. Join our fantasy football league. The weekend is going to be a rollicking one. We're going to have fun. The Premier League is back. Football is coming back. La Liga begins today, Friday. It's sure to be an interesting weekend. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.